Imagine everything seems to be going well in your life. You are living the life of your dreams. Imagine you have reached the pinnacle of your career. Your business is booming and flourishing. Your relationship is in a state of bliss, joy, and happiness. When suddenly, out of nowhere, disaster strikes and the unimaginable happens. Your partner is involved in a tragic and life-changing accident which leaves them with a permanent physical disability. What then? What do you do? Do you choose the easy way out? Do you leave and abandon your partner? Or do you choose to stay and exercise the age-old saying, the two shall become one, as it is written in the holy books? Hi, I am Dr. Abraham Skalo Khumalo. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining me once again today. If you are new to my channel, let me ask you to head over to YouTube. My channel is called Skalo Khumalo, and on that platform, you will find all of my previous videos. Kindly go through them. Hopefully, you might find a couple of videos that might be of assistance in your life at this moment. Let me also state that I am available on TikTok, and you can also catch me on Facebook. Now, before I go any further, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the management and the staff here at Faber Orthopedic Center in Klerksdorp for providing me with their excellent facilities in order for me to use for this video today. Let me also, on behalf of the people of the Northwest, thank them for their continued excellent professional service that they've been rendering to our communities for so many years. Now, for today's video, I'm going to be doing a brand new topic which is titled Love and Disability. I want to state that whenever one encounters disability in life, it is often sudden and unexpected, and the transition from being an able-bodied person to becoming a person who has a physical disability can become very difficult to deal with, and it can cause a lot of frustrations, primarily because certain activities that we do on a day-to-day basis can become very difficult for a person who has a certain degree of physical disability. Simple things such as using the bathroom, cooking, mobility, and all of those suddenly can become very difficult to do when you have a certain degree of physical disability. And that can cause certain negative emotions on a person with a physical disability. Emotions such as anger, frustrations, guilt, depression, and so on and so on. So it becomes very important that when a person has a physical disability, that person can be supported not only by their family, but also by the healthcare team, which is involved in looking after them. Now, I also want to address the topic of love and disability in this way. If we look at love, the very essence or the fundamental nature of love, it is that it is transcendent in nature. In other words, love is not confined to the typical stereotypes that we have in society. What kind of stereotypes? Stereotypes such as beauty or physical form or religion or creed or anything like that. And that is the beautiful thing about love, that anybody who has got a heart is capable of loving somebody in this world. So I think that for relationships, particularly inter-able or mixed ability relationships, people who are caught in those relationships should actually be very confident because their partners are more than capable of loving them just like any other partner in any other type of relationship in this world. Let me also state that the most important thing when you have a partner who has a certain degree or a certain form of disability, number one is to know your partner. Know what it is that your partner is capable of doing and what it is that they cannot do. I think that when you know the implications of the physical disability, that empowers you as a partner to somebody who suffers or somebody who has a certain degree of physical disability in order to know how you can support them and how you can help to work with them in order for their life to become easy. The second thing as well that I would like to state is that we should always learn to look beyond the physical disability. Remember that people with disability have a lot to bring to the table, more than the implications and the functional limitations that the disability itself imposes on their life. They can actually have very prosperous, loving, caring relationships just like any one of us. I think here the most important thing that we can stress is that you need to support people that have disabilities. And like I said, interable and mixed ability relationships are very much alive, and they are very much healthy and very much perfect. So the purposes of this video is actually to highlight the importance that if a person is suddenly disabled, that we can still have very loving relationships with our loved ones, provided that we and our loved ones understand the disability and the kind of functional limitations it imposes on our body. But that doesn't mean that there is any disability in terms of our hearts. We are still able to love just like anybody else. Let me take this opportunity to thank you for joining me once again today. This video, in fact, was not intended to provide a comprehensive study or a comprehensive analysis of the topic of love and disability. But the purposes of this video was really to highlight the importance of understanding that there are interable relationships that exist in this world, and that it is possible to be in love with someone who has a physical disability. Just because your partner has suffered a certain degree of a physical disability, that does not mean that we need to leave and abandon our partners. We can actually learn to work beyond the physical disability and actually learn to live with them. And let me also state that sometimes a physical disability as well encourages us to look for new and innovative ways of enjoying our relationships. We can actually do certain activities that we were never doing before that can bring new life and new spark into a relationship. Just to wrap up this topic for this week, let me say this to you. If you have recently become disabled, either from a motor vehicle accident or from a rockfall accident deep underground in the mines, or through a surfing accident at the beach, I have this message for you. Please don't lose hope and don't give up. Make sure that you educate yourself. Get to know your disability, what it is that you can do and what it is that you can't do. And also ensure that your partner as well becomes educated regarding your disability, so that they can be best placed to help you and to assist you in your transition at home. And one last message, please ensure that you join a local support group of people with disabilities where you live. I believe that they can offer you so much in terms of their experience regarding disability, and they can also offer you moral and psychological support. One last thing to wrap it up, let me say this to you. You may be physically disabled, but you are not unable to love. You still have the ability to love just like everyone else. Let me thank you so much, and I wish you all the best in your journey. Thank you.